Any other question?
Speaking of GANs, we have an unusual GAN situation that maybe we could have a look at here, where I'm not sure if Angelo is online right now. I have to look, but I'll show the picture and we'll describe the situation, and maybe we'll have some sort of resolution here. Just a second. The way I understand it is that her GANs is floating on the top. And I mean, it's kind of coincidental. We've seen from Jackie recently where he had a GAN separation that he deliberately introduced by, I think he added the vinegar, or sorry, hydrochloric acid in one hand and the sodium hydroxide on the other, and it provided this separation. And I'm not clear on, let me just have a look at if Angelo is online.
These pictures we're going to see a lot of. I'll explain to you. It's okay. Can I have my whiteboard back? I'll explain to you what happens.
I can show the box that she has too here, maybe briefly.
Yes.
That might explain some things as well.
Share with us.
One picture of it, and we see the side view of it here.
That's the top view.
Yeah, let me just get the other one lined up. There we go.
IKEA are making a lot of good money from these boxes. You never imagine.
True, and Rubbermaid and all those ones, yeah.
Actually, you got to get in touch with those guys.
Maybe there's a way to create the ultimate GANs kit with the right materials. Yeah. Whoops, shouldn't let that secret out into the world. But it's a good one, actually, if people can create the right conditions. It's what it's all about. Anyway, so you wanted the whiteboard, Mr. Keshe, so we can try that.
Okay. The thing is, it shouldn't have been strange to you seeing these things when you add different materials. The water has a different property, or okay, we got it back.
And she does mention that she used, she put some electricity into the situation in terms of a small AA discharge battery at 0.98 volts and 0.18 amps. And after 6 hours, the result was like in the pictures.
Yeah, you see, you should not be surprised. It should not be puzzling. You create a GANs, and as we said, even if you go the other way with a sphere where you put a GANs material and you saw the GANs on the boundary, and you saw air, what do you call it, free space here in the center. And then, if you remember, you saw the water here between. As you change the density of the water with other materials, you create a different composition area of the space of free plasma. So now, you add, even though they all look to be the same at the bottom as one GANs, when you add energy or you change the composition of the material, the water starts separating according to its strength, gravitational magnetic field strength, in the center, in the liquid. So what you actually do, you create that separation through the gravitational magnetic positioning, and then this floats up all together. So now it comes here, you have separation. Is to do how much energy and what gravitational space, magnetical field gapping have been created. You have a water here. We've seen with Jackie. Now we see with this one. People start adding material. Now the vinegar, the structure becomes gravitational magnetically positioned, where before it was only water. And now, not as we say, it's an old saying in Persian, we say, whoever has got a mustache is not your uncle. Huh? So just because you have a bunch of white stuff at the bottom here doesn't mean that it's all the same Gans. This is a mixture of Ganses. So when you add energy or you add Gans of or a water of something else, they are even look the same, they're of different energy, and the new material you added or the energy you added to part of the liquid of this material creates the separation in magnetically gravitationally positioning stuff. So what now you get is one lot here and one lot at the bottom, and the liquid has created a new position. Very simple. These are the games and toys which you can play. See, I add the water, add the vinegar, whatever you, it's just is plasmatic energy which you add, and as they're all white, doesn't mean they're all of the same strength. And what you do to the new material, your new condition you created, you create a positioning, so they float. Looks like floating, but in fact is a magnetic positioning. You have achieved the first lift, madam. And we can say to Jackie the same. You wanted to see lift, now you have achieved it. But the medium, instead of being air, is liquid. It's a gravitational magnetic positioning, but in the containment, because now you control the environment.